Ban wobbling. Funny story with wobbling. Uh, there are some people who are like very, very adamant about wobbling should not have been banned, and they believe that it killed the character Ice Climbers. I mean, I don't think they believe that anymore. But at the time that wobbling got banned, I think they thought that Ice Climbers just don't stand a chance anymore, which was obviously wrong. At least now people know that, but at the time, that's what a lot of people thought. A lot of the people that were really mad about wobbling being banned kind of like were saying that it's my fault, my personal fault, why wobbling got banned, which is like kind of funny to me. But yeah, a lot of people think that I'm like the sole guy who got wobbling banned, which funny enough, if I did, then you're welcome. The game is so much better without wobbling, trust me. But what actually happened, what's up, Bobby? So at the time that wobbling was being talked about for being banned, and a lot of players want it banned, like a majority of the top players wanted it banned. Oh my gosh, Laud's still going. He's a hand surgeon, dude. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the top players wanted it banned. A lot of TOs wanted it banned, but it just like nobody was making the push. And like nobody was actually making a commitment to banning wobbling, which was like the TOs. I think the first TO who actually went through with it was Juggle Guy. Huge shout out to Juggle Guy. That's a legend right there. But it was actually wobbling was always like super controversial. There was a point after I lost a set to an Ice Climbers player, Pudgy Panda. I got wobbled and I lost. And then everybody at that point was talking about wobbling. And shortly after that, it was actually Mew2King. Long story short, Mew2King is actually the one to credit for wobbling being banned. He's like the main guy. But what happened was Mew2King actually messaged a whole bunch of the top players saying that like now is finally the opportunity to get wobbling banned, right? Everyone's talking about it. We need to finally get this done because wobbling needs to be banned, which I agreed with. I'm like, yeah, wobbling should be. And so his idea was all of the top players right now need to be loud about it. They need to tweet about it. Right now is the perfect time. And a lot of the top players were like, okay, yeah, I think now's the time. Let's do it. So like, I kind of got this tweet ready to post, and so did a lot of the other top players. And we all posted around the same time. But most of the other top players, when they posted, they're just kind of like, hey guys, it's time to ban wobbling. Wobbling should be banned. And that's kind of it. And I guess my post was like the most thorough. Like I kind of went into why it should be banned. And so it's sort of like everybody kind of ignored all the rest of the top players. And instead, my post was the one to stand out. And so now when a lot of people look at how did wobbling get banned, they say it was just me. So a lot of people think that like I'm the sole one to get wobbling banned, which is like kind of funny. Like, I don't know how it turned out that way, but I'm like, dude, everybody was tweeting about it. Like none of the top players wanted it legal. Well, very few, right? A majority of the top players thought that it should have been banned. Same with TOs. Majority of TOs did. Not everybody though. A lot of people did still think wobbling should be legal for the main reason that Ice Climbers would be irrelevant if we banned wobbling, which I did not agree with at the time. And everyone thought I was crazy. I have to say this. Everyone thought I was crazy that Ice Climbers could still get really good results without wobbling. But people thought I was just salty about losing to a wobbler. So that's basically what happened. Like in a nutshell, Mew2King's the one to get it banned. in the end because he like got all of us together, and then my post stood out over all the rest of the top players' posts. So I'm kind of the one getting singled out for getting Wobbling banned, which is interesting. Some people, I think like some Ice Climbers players legit hate me for it. Like they've gone after me. They're just like, you know what, Axe, I hate you because you're the one who got Wobbling banned. That wasn't cool. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It was a technique that clearly needed to be banned. But you know, at the time it was very controversial. But I think now everyone kind of agrees on it for the most part. Not everyone, but almost everyone does. Handoffs are kind of like the more fair version of wobbling. You know, because to do handoffs, you have to at least to get them like a guaranteed kill. It has to be towards an edge of either a platform or the stage, which is a lot more specific than regular wobbling, and it's way harder to do than wobbling. And the main issue with wobbling really was not necessarily at top level. It was more like the mid level, lower to mid level play, because someone could just learn wobbling and then you're just getting wobbled at your locals. And it was like it was very just like someone lower skilled could beat other people solely by looking for a grab. And the technique itself kind of just kills the spirit of melee, I think. Like it's legit kind of just an infinited glitch, right? Like it's a legit infinite that's easy to perform that you get off of a grab. And it's like, no, like that definitely should not be allowed. You know, we've banned other things like freeze glitching. That's not the first technique that we banned from Ice Climbers, or period. You know, freeze glitching had to be banned. And then same with wobbling, same with like stalling, like with Peach or Jigglypuff. We've banned plenty of stages because a lot of it's because of Fox. We banned a lot of stages because Fox has like infinites on walls and stuff. So it's not, I don't know. It's normal to kind of ban some things that should be banned regardless of what character could do it. You know, if Pikachu could wobble, I mean, I probably wouldn't fight for it to be banned, but I would agree it should be banned. I'm like, okay, I gotta get away with this as long as I can. Yeah, but I have had quite a bit of hate coming my way from Ice Climbers players who fight to keep wobbling legal, when it wasn't like I'm not the sole reason. It was basically a large majority of top players, but more specifically Mew2King. If there's one person to put their hate towards, it should be Mew2King, if anyone. But people don't really know that. Nobody knows that kind of history.